So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Vasily the Matrix Lomachenko, standing at 5'6" tall. Vasily the Matrix Lomachenko, one of the most technically tearing. We've waited a long time for this. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. How did he absorb that hook? All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
The jab doesn't quite connect. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
This is a high-octane battle. That jab had to hurt. A stiff jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Loma in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you think you come...
Here we go. It's round 2. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on the end. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Crawford is dazed. How is this fight still continuing?
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Those counter punches have to hurt. It's all offense all the time. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Loma in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight.
There's the bell for round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That jab doesn't find a home. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good defense on that right hook. That jab gets blocked. Halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happily.
Jab slightly off target. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. How about that time counter shot? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Loma in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Just get your breath. Come on, let him back into the fight.
Back at it in round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Crawford in trouble. A much better game plan here.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
The courage on display here is incredible. That jab doesn't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Loma in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they...
Time for the 5th round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
No rest for the weary. Well done with that counter shot. Can't land that jab. Punch, counter punch. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to it. On to the 6th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter punch caught him clean. They're both trying for a knockout. Those counter punches have to hurt. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Halfway through the round and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? A swing and a miss with that jab. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Loma in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. There's the bell to start round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
want to think of holding on here for a minute. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is a very important break here for this fighter. There's the bell to start round 8. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Uh-oh, Lomachenko just got rocked. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just that.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Crawford's legs are all over the place. How did they not go down?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nope, that jab not going to score. That counter punch caught him clean. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, Johnny, it was a very close fight until the end. In the end, we get a